So we're back with another show. Now, today our topic is basically, girl, you're doing too much.
You're doing too much.
And we're going to investigate, discuss what that really means.
Yeah.
When your girlfriend is saying, girl, you're doing too much. Or someone else is saying, girl, she's doing too much. We're going to talk about it today.
What does it mean? So today's show is sponsored by Temple Vitality Foundation. We're really excited. Thank you for that sponsorship.
Mm-hmm.
As you all know, Tri Talk Radio Show is a safe haven for all of us to let our hair down, to be ourselves. No matter your perspective, we've got you. No matter your background, we've got you. Unapologetically holding you down. Tribe Talk Radio Show, we got you.
You can listen to our shows weekly every other Saturday on YouTube Live. You can also catch us on Spreaker and Skyhawk the other Saturdays. Be sure to chime in at Tribe Talk Radio Show. If you haven't liked us already on Facebook, make sure you do that. Follow us and like us on Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can just hit that subscribe button below. Go ahead and subscribe. And hit the bell and notifications so that you can get notified every time we go live or anytime we post something on our YouTube channel. If you would like to advertise your company, products, services, or upcoming events, if you want to be a guest on our show, or if you'd like to become a sponsor, send an email to contact@tribetalkradioshow.com.
Yes. So, again, today's show sponsor is Temple Vitality Foundation. Mm-hmm. So, Temple Vitality Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization with the mission to bring awareness to mental illness and help transition this population to a state of independence through healthy and balanced living. To find out more about Temple Vitality Foundation, visit templevitality.org. or go to the Facebook page at Temple Vitality Foundation.
So, Tribe, let's talk about it.
Yes.
What does it really mean what do you think when you hear someone say, girl, you're doing the most? What comes to mind?
The first thing that comes to my mind is hating. Mm-hmm. That probably should not be my first thought, but honestly, I immediately think, well, why are you questioning what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
And who's to say what I'm doing is too much?
Right.
Like, what is the parameter or threshold we're using to identify what's too much and what's too little?
Right.
So that, to me, is a negative tone for someone to come to me. And is it, girl, let's see. You're doing the most.
Oh, you're doing the most.
Yes.
I'm sorry, not too much.
No.
But that's what I guess I hear.
Yeah, that's what you hear. I'm sure you're like,
the most.
The most? What's the most?
Yeah.
Because the most means like a lot.
Yeah. Right. I'm sorry. You're doing the most.
Yeah.
I just said what I heard. That's what I heard.
Right.
But yeah.
But I think in like today's time, just the modern way of thinking, the most means, girl, it could mean, girl, you're doing it. Like, you're doing the most. You're doing, like, everything. You're doing it great. So, I think it depends on the tone that it comes in.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
That's a good point, because over time, words or phrases kind of morph into other meanings.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you, like, say, man, that's bad. You remember we used to say, man, that's bad.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
bad.
The older generation like, what do you mean? That's not bad. That's good. And we're like, oh, that means it's good.
Right.
So, I guess, when I hear, you're doing the most, I do. I think of, like you said, immediately I think, man, they're saying I'm doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it comes from a time period where they were saying you just don't do but so much. Do one thing and focus on that one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, it's about casting your net wide. It's about entrepreneurship and doing, just doing what you can. Everybody grind and hustle, having a side hustle.
Yeah.
So actually, I can see it being flipped into you doing the most as in being a positive thing. And it's so funny because you usually just see through the lens of your experience.
Right.
So, I was thinking, immediately we discussed this.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess everything. I thought of all the things. And see, you're doing too much. You're doing the most. But no, I guess it could be positive. But how do we really know?
I think, and that's something Tribe Talk is about having that conversation, right? Instead of us just assuming, walk away saying, well, maybe she's saying I'm doing the most, she hating on me, and I can't have her in my circle. We'll have that conversation and ask, like, what do you mean doing the most?
Yeah.
Like, what is, because like you were saying, the lens of one person is different from yours.
Yeah.
So doing the most meaning doing too much? Well, and there's this saying on social media, I know it was huge last year, you don't know how much I can handle, right? So you're saying, girl, you're doing too much or you're doing the most. well, maybe the most is you is little for me.
Yeah.
And so as you go from level to level, and you grow in life, you may, and I guess we could talk about this, you might lose people who don't understand why you're doing all that you're doing.
Yeah. But why? I guess that's my question. Why? Why do I lose you?
Yeah.
Because I'm doing more than you think I can do.
Right.
Why do I lose you? Matter of fact, if you're thinking to me, if you think I'm doing more than I can handle, I think I need you more. Because at some point I might break down, I might lose control, I might hit a wall or something, or ceiling or something, and I might need you to help catch me when I fall. So why pull away from me because you think I'm doing too much? I think if you're really a good friend, you should stay closer.
Right. I think that's a reflection of that person's insecurities. We all have them.
Yeah.
So just because somebody's insecure in one area doesn't mean they're a bad person. Everybody's insecure in an area in their life. I don't care who they are. But I think it's a reflection of their insecurities and their inability to handle who you are in that season. And so it makes them fall back and say, well, she's doing too much for me. Right.
So it's almost like shining a light on their insecurity, maybe, or they're scared that their insecurity will come to the light, or they just, when you say, because I'm thinking that person must be shining in that moment. And if I'm insecure about it, I mean, I guess people treat the insecurities different. Like for me, if I'm insecure about something, I like to gain knowledge. So I like to go learn more and build up that area where I'm weak or insecure. But I guess I know that's not kind of the normal thing that people do. But it's just like my response to my insecurities.
I love that response. I think most people shun from it.
Yeah.
When they're insecure about something and unsure, they shun. But that's what helps you grow is when you, even if you pull back, you then get into a place of, let me study that, let me become stronger in that area if I know that's bothering me. Because why should somebody else's life journey bother you? That's their journey.
Yeah.
That's their life.
Yeah.
But I know, but I think like just hearing, so let's talk about the other side. When you're doing the most, it's not coming at you. It's like, girl, you're doing the most.
Right.
Because you also have those friends that are like, yo, like I see you out here grinding, I see you out doing your thing, like you're doing the most.
Right.
So and that's what this show is about. Like, what does that really mean?
Yeah. It's on the flip side.
Yeah.
It's a congratulatory tone.
Right.
It's a good job. You're doing the most.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
You're inspiring me. Yeah.
And so I think it boils down to what is the tone they're coming at, and then if you're questioning it, having that conversation.
Yeah.
And just saying, okay, well, so like I want to share something that happened to me this week. I have a boss who I work directly with, and thank God she's a black boss, doing her thing. Proud of her on campus, happy to be a part of her unit. But one of the things that was questioned this week with me was my approach with staff. And she actually had a conversation with me yesterday about, as black women, we wear the mask. Like we have to put on a mask, and then when we go home, we're in a different space because in corporate America we have to present ourselves a certain way. Majority of my staff are black. 99% of them are. And so I'm like, I don't feel like to put so much of a mask on with them. But she basically came to me and was asking me to scale back, to fall back a little bit because of my approach. She was like, "You're a nurse. They're CNAs. They're immediately intimidated by you." And I immediately went into, and this is a little, I'm gonna bring it back full circle. But I immediately went into, well, why should I have to scale back and fall back because I have RN behind my name? That's their insecurity, So I said that to say, sometimes I felt that tone. I knew the show was coming up today, but in my mind, I'm like, okay, she think I'm doing the most.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so she thinks, girl, you out here doing the most. In my mind, I'm thinking, I'm coming to work. I know my job description. I'm setting structure. I'm putting in policies.
Because you're the overseer.
I'm the overseer.
You're approaching people who need to have a certain level of, when you come around.
Yeah.
And when you speak, they need to take you serious.
And I told her, I said, you will probably never see me hee ha ha rubbing elbows. Right. But so much. I said, I understand that we're human. Right. I'm a nice person, so I'm not mean. So I'm gonna say, good morning, how are you? Yeah, girl. If they open up to me, I'm there to have those conversations, but you'll never really see me like just laughing with them so much, because when it's time for me to set those boundaries and say certain things, I need them to take me serious. And so it made me, for a slight moment, question myself. Well, am I doing the most? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I doing too much? And immediately I said no, because for me to operate in that position, I have to have that boundary and that line and that clear vision of who it is I am. So that's that. And I'm not saying my boss is insecure. She's very secure in who she is. But me being the new kid on the block, it's caused a lot of staff members to question, like, well, why is she doing all this? Why is she doing that? And so sometimes you're doing the most is gonna naturally intimidate other people. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's them trying to figure out where they fit in what you're doing.
You're like puzzle pieces trying to fit in each other's world. So at times, being that puzzle piece, that new piece, this puzzle was already together. There was a piece probably taken out, and they were used to that piece. Everybody, because when you fit in the puzzle piece together, there's some molding. There's some adjusting, especially if it's brand new. And after a while, it learns to mold. But now you're the new puzzle piece. So if you're getting in there and you're establishing your presence. And coming from a background where you come from, in the sense where being young looking, of your size and things like that,
you're immediately questioned.
People try to overrule you. So sometimes we take that with us, but your experience, you've done this long enough to know how to navigate that, and to know when you need to present a certain thing. So you're, based off of our previous conversations and other things, when we, even Tiffany, I get it. I guess I can't. It's hard for me to play the other side of that, but I'm gonna try to. But I get it. I'm gonna try.
You about to have that back over mine?
I think. But starting from your side first. I get it, because we started in corporate America. Like I said, we've always had this young presence about us, this young energy and look. And our mom went through it. Our grandma went through it. People always assumed that we were younger than what we were, and didn't have the experience and wisdom and knowledge to handle the responsibilities given to us. And we've always had to prove ourselves. So coming from that premise, we don't play when we come into a new environment. We don't play when we are about our business, because we know. We were groomed early to just be serious about our business. So we don't come in joking, and we're good. We're nice, but when it's about getting the work done, and that's the type of people that we are.
Because at the end of the day, and I know you're going to the other side. Before you go to the other side and like support them,
at the end of the day, I'm just gonna present it. I gotta present the other side.
You do. Because unapologetically hold you down, no matter your background perspective.
Gotta hold you down.
But but also coming in so hardcore, I understand that my job is to do that job, because at the end of the day, when the executive director look at what is it that this unit's doing, or what it's going to fall back on the medical staff, the clinical staff, the nurse supervisor, what have you been doing? You've been hee ha ha rubbing elbows trying to be cool with everybody. They're going to come to me. Family, they seek me out.
That's right.
Patients, they seek me out. And so I have to make sure I'm constantly in a thinking space. But you're right. We come in serious, and I think she was asking me, the staff don't need you to be quite that serious, and I'm not comfortable enough to not be quite that serious yet, because I haven't accomplished what I need to accomplish 90 days in.
And I think that's what you said. You said the key word "yet," and that's what I heard. Even then, I said that to myself. So, well, you haven't been there long enough to figure out if you can even be comfortable with certain people, that, or you haven't figured out. You're still learning the culture of the company, and she helps. She helped you with the culture by her, speaking her piece and coming to you. I guess speaking on behalf of the other staff members, because otherwise,
which is fair.
She helps with you with that. But in the end, what really matters is that you're doing your job. You're doing it well. Your reviews, you're getting high marks. You're keeping in you're aligning yourself with the principles and the culture of the
Right.
company. The bottom line to me is the bottom line.
I'm getting paid to do.
Exactly. Now, talking about company culture, and that's another thing. If the culture is if it has a more laid back environment, and if it's friendly, sometimes that's when you get the best out of people.
Yes.
So that's the other side of it. Sometimes being approachable, which you're not saying you're not approachable, but I've gotten that it's hard to approach me thing, and I'm like, really? Like, I was told, yeah, you're just gonna slap people down. I'm like, why would somebody? I am one of the nicest people, I think. I'm cool. I pretty much give you what you give me. That's kind of my personality.
Yeah.
That's our personalities for the most part. If you give them, your vibes are good and it's all great, then you're gonna get that.
Yep.
But when it comes down to business, we draw a certain line. So you go to work and do work.
Yes.
I don't come to work to buddy and to to rub elbows and stuff. If we are having a day where we can have fun and it's not take your shirt off day. That's not what I meant to say. I didn't let your hair down.
You will
I
get
did not
fired.
mean to say that. I did not mean to say that.
Yeah.
Let your hair down day and dress. That's what I'm trying to say. Dress down. That's what I was trying to say. Dress down day. Then we're gonna have a little bit more fun. And we all are expecting that.
Yeah.
So I think on the flip side for you as well, I'm kind of flipping it back and forth. There's something they have to get to know you too.
Yes.
They have to understand you're the new kid on the block, and so they have to say, well, she's trying. I'm the type of person, I'll be like giving her the benefit out. She's doing her thing. She's making sure we're running our unit right. She's not about joking all the time, but the moments that she do, take it. That we don't have to be buddy. And I want to say to the sisters, I think we got to do better. We got to step up a little bit more. If you got a sister coming in there, her bar is high, she's doing her thing, she's handling the business, that's going to be better for you. If you step up, handle your business, raise yourself up to the bar, I think that's good. I hate that one person, the supervisor, the black supervisor, has to dumb herself down,
or
water herself down to meet people of the same complexion as her. I think if you're around people that are setting their standard high, then you should want to go there, not want to bring them down to your level. So I have a problem with that side of it. Like you said, why do I have to tone myself down?
Right.
Why can't they step up
Right.
to the plate? Step up. Maybe you're coming in and you're raising a standard, and to me, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're raising a standard.
Yes, not to put that unit out there of everything going on, but there are some things that was happening that I realized needed to be changed, and so I'm coming in. I'm a very structured process, procedure, systematic, and so that can be really rigid for some people. But at the same time, their think Tisha's doing the most is really me just operating who I am.
Right.
And so that's the conversations that need to be had. So I question myself, well, maybe I need to sit down with each one individual, which I am going to do what's called put all my stuff out there. Don't nobody take these ideas. I am going to do what's called power chats. Where we just get their favorite snack, favorite non-alcoholic beverage, and let's just chat off the record, outside of work, what's going on, wellness coach. Just kind of implement and build that rapport. But with that rapport, again, I'm still supervisor.
Right.
So I still can only be but so chummy, buddy.
And I think the good thing about that is you said outside of the office, because you're showing that there is a line, and by doing it outside the office, like you said, off the record, we can have this kind of relationship, camaraderie.
Right.
You can get to know me personally.
Because at the end of the day, just they're human and I'm human.
Right.
Just like you all have issues going on, I have issues going on.
Right.
Nobody's a robot.
Right.
And I don't want to be robotic, but there has to be that understanding.
Yeah. That understand. And then so when we come back into the office, it's like what happened outside the office was outside the office. When we're in here, let's grind, let's get it done, and then let's go out and let's do our power chats and let's celebrate our success.
Right.
It's just separating the two.
Yeah.
I think compartmentalizing it like that is what helps you be so successful in what you do.
Right.
Being able to compartmentalize and have a structure.
Right.
So if your boss was watching, and she loves you, boss, she does.
I do.
She really do. She
Yeah.
really she this is not against you.
But it's about me finding, what that looks like for me, because a lot of women struggle with someone telling you you're doing too much,
Yeah.
or someone questioning your authenticity.
Right.
And to be real, if you are real with yourself, you have to take a step back. I don't care if it's for a split
Yeah,
second, a
that's
moment,
right.
a day, a week,
Yeah.
and reevaluate what they're saying, because they're bringing it to you for a reason. You have
Right.
to determine, is it their insecurity,
Right.
or is it really I need to change because she has been there longer.
Right.
So being the new kid on the block, you have to kind of look at what you're doing. But it's a fine line, because you want to maintain your confidence. You want to maintain, even being a business owner and just being around. Maybe you're new to a city,
Right.
and you've met a friend and she's introduced you to her girlfriends. And I mean, there's so many scenarios we can go through with this, but you're just trying to figure out, well, am I too much for them? Maybe I need to tone down because I like wearing lashes, or I like wearing heels, and they're all more laid back. Whatever it is you do.
Yeah.
You're doing the most to them, but to you, that's your normal.
Yeah.
So, do you change it up? It's just so many questions that come with that.
I think and it's a personality thing. I think for me, as you know about me, I can kind of flow with whatever's in the moment. So it wouldn't be hard for me to change it up. For me personally, that's just how I am. Like, if I want to wear the sweats and the sneaks, and I just want to go play ball, I can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I want to dress up and really just go all out and put on the eyelashes.
She used to model. She was, cachet,
Yeah, I used to. You know, a long time ago.
She still can, but
I got the figure, but I got my own insecurities. So, you know what I'm saying?
Model, athlete, what else? Okay, I'm bragging.
I appreciate
Top of the line.
She used to model. She was an athlete. Top of the line.
Everything.
Premium. So, I mean, talk about yourself. So yeah, then like you said, I can go and do I used to do the stilettos, and I used to run around campus in my heels, and they were like, she's doing the most.
Yeah.
They did. But because I
right.
wouldn't change it,
Right.
who I was.
Yes, I got something to say to that.
Go ahead.
Okay. So you wouldn't change. Here we go again. So you wouldn't change that, right? Because I know you had a roommate that was just very down to earth, laid back, very
sweet.
Very sweet, laid back, no makeup, no tension. But you came in, you brought some flair.
Right.
And by the time your interaction finished with her, not that she changed who she was, she still put her own spin on it, but you kind of helped her see a different perspective. I did not really say help her step it up, because that may have been her up, but helped her see a different perspective.
Right.
And
she stepped out of her comfort zone.
She stepped out of her comfort zone, and that's some people's calling in life.
True.
To help people step out of their comfort zone, or to bring a different swag.
True.
And so if people around you are doing the most, like, it's okay.
Yeah. Get your most on.
Yeah.
You start doing the most. I mean, I think it's like I said, it's a progression. I think it's learn something, pick up something, take a little bit of that, and analyze why you're saying they're doing the most. What is it about what they are doing that's the most to you? Go back and look at that and say, even if it's a good thing, can you do it too?
Right.
Can you kind of do something in that arena? Can it ignite something in you? Or you looked at it, you considered it, you're like, I just can't do it. And it may make you appreciate why you don't do that.
Yeah.
Because maybe you just say, you know what, this is my lane. And you really analyze, you looked at it, you say, no, that's just not my lane. But girl, you do you.
You do you.
Because I think in the end, that's my response. Do you? I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do, as long as it's not harming. As a coach, I can't say that 100%. I do care, especially if I'm a coach.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, as long as you're not harming yourself and harming others, I do care if you start harming yourself and others. And I may speak up. I mean, because I can't sit there and watch you run into a bus or walk into the street and get hit. I'm going to say something. You're doing the most. You're doing too much. There's a truck coming, and you need to see that truck. You know, just pay attention. You know what I'm saying? You can live on the edge, but I'm just going to say pay attention, because I don't want you to get hit. I mean, so I guess I'll put my opinion in there. But for the most part, if it's your lifestyle, if it's whatever you want to do, I mean, that's between you, God, and whoever you're doing it with.
Yeah.
Honestly, in the end of the day.
So you think, like, girl, you doing the most can be judgmental?
I think it can be very judgmental.
Yeah.
I think it really can. It can have a judgmental tone to it.
Yeah, and I think, man, there's just so many fine lines. So that's why you have, and these topics that we do on Tribe Talk is all about sparking. It's about sparking more conversation, more thought, more research, more study. So we don't have the end-all be-all answers, but these are things that as girlfriends and as sisters we talk about.
Yeah.
So it's things that we definitely want to bring to your attention. So with that, there's so many fine lines in that box of doing the most. Like she said, if you're going to harm yourself for others, by all means, you're doing the most. But you should have people around you who can check you on that and tell you you're doing the most. So you want people who going to say, girl, you're doing the most in your life.
You do. You do. They help you take a look at what you're doing in your life.
Yes.
Sometimes you can be so, full speed ahead and so gung-ho, I can get really ADHD on stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes my sisters can come in and be like, Trinetta.
Trying to work on vacation.
Yeah.
She was trying to work on vacation, y'all. Okay, I'm going to stop your business.
They were like,
if you don't put
what are you doing? I'm like commenting on something. And I was like, dang, I'm doing the most. See, I'm doing the most. Because, I just can't be idle. It's so hard for me to take a break.
Yes.
So that's good. It's good to have them saying in that way. And that's not a judgmental way. That's them saying, you need this much needed time and rest. You need to spend time with your husband. Y'all need to, you get away from the kids. What are you doing? And they literally say, go away and have a blast.
Have a blast.
And if people saw me over there.
Were you having a blast?
You're doing the most.
If people saw you on vacation, what were you doing?
I'm the most.
She was doing
Hey, I am married. 16 years.
I know, that's right.
I'm almost 40, be 40 in September. Yeah, I don't mind putting my age out there. It's just a number.
It's just a number, that's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So yeah, I'll do the most. I don't care what you think. And that's just, I don't care.
Okay, but I love that though, because everybody's not there.
Right.
For me, it took time to get there. Because I was always like questioning, like, especially in the religion we grew up in, you're questioning everything.
Yeah.
Should I do this and should I do that? And you always want to be sober-minded and think. But I had to grow to like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I could care less what you think.
And no, it's not a midlife crisis.
No, it's not.
This is not going to change.
No.
And like the freedom.
Yeah, it's liberating. And now I see why people in their 40s and 50s say, girl, I'm going to live my life.
Yeah.
Live your life, because I think that comes with age. But to the younger millennials, to the 20-year-olds, let me tell y'all something on social media. I think doing the most is twofold. I've seen that comment a lot. And I think it comes from people, again, reflecting their insecurities on you. You're doing the most.
Right.
I think it also comes from like, yes, girl, you're doing the most. So when you see someone say that to you, just put on your thinking cap. Don't overthink it. But if you need to have a conversation with somebody, have a conversation. What do you mean by I'm doing the most? Like, what does that mean?
Be a grown woman about it.
Be a
and
grown
literally
woman.
say, hey, when you said I'm doing the most, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I'll tell you how I took it.
Yeah.
I took it as you were saying, you're judging me, blah, blah, blah. And they may come back and say, well, I guess I am judging you because in my mind you're doing the most because you said last week you couldn't afford to do so and so and so, and then you're doing this and you know how you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what? You're right. You got my back. You looking out. Or I may say, well, I did, but you don't know what this week looked like. I mean, but we can still have that conversation. I can maybe tell you why I'm doing the most if I feel like it. If I don't feel like it, just take it. I appreciate it. It's just time for us to grow up and just have these grown women conversations and
without feeling as if somebody's hating on you, because everybody
always the case.
No, everybody is not hating on you.
You know, right? We really took that hating thing too
it's
far.
like, you a hater. No, because then it got to the point where nobody can tell you anything.
That's
everybody's hating.
Yep.
You a hater.
Yep.
Somebody goes against your opinion of what you feel is right, and you're hating.
Yeah.
And I think some of the religious leaders in the community, I think they instill that in. Tell your haters, God bless you. Tell your haters this. And it's like, well, no, maybe they're not hating. Maybe God sent them to you to give you a message to help get you back on track.
Yep.
So I think, again.
And then some people have taken that too far.
Yeah.
It's, give me a word, but stay in line. I mean, just understand, give me a word, but give me a chance.
Right.
Give me a chance to get the confirmation. Give me a chance to absorb what you're saying, because you could be literally just hitting me in the stomach. It could take me out. You know what I'm saying? And I need to recuperate from that blow. So I think it's the way we've approached, that we don't mean any harm. It's the way we do it. It's how we deliver sometimes that message. Like you said, it's taken in a negative connotation, and it could not mean that at all, but it's just taken that way because it's the way the person approached us.
Yeah, it's the way they came to. And again, it's those grown conversations. But yeah, I mean, this is something that women deal with all the time, because we naturally are questioning every single thing about us. Everything. It makes us think, well, literally in that moment this week, I was like, well, I know I'm at a place where I'm confident in my life and I feel more settled, more secure than ever. And it rocked my boat a little bit because it made me as a leader think, well, I'm too hard. But being this way has gotten me to where I am because I am a structured person. So why would I change now? Because, and again, I had to take her thoughts into consideration. So maybe I'll come down a little bit when I feel it's time. I don't feel it's time right now, but
or sorry to interrupt you. Maybe make it situational.
Right.
So maybe have on your lens or goggles where when you see that somebody snaps back or then you may be like, okay, maybe I didn't offend you,
right?
You know, am I coming strong to me and say, yeah, man, you said it as though I don't know what I'm doing and I don't know so and so and blah blah blah. I've been doing this for 15 years, whatever. You say, oh my bad. I didn't know. I just take it as face value.
Yeah.
And I'll just say it. So maybe you don't have to necessarily tone it down altogether because it's just hard to change who you are.
It is, especially at this point. I'm 36.
Yeah.
At this point in the game,
they
ain't even 40 plus. It's like, yeah, I'm kind of setting my space.
Yeah. so then it's situational.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we pray. And we meditate and we take this time to become reflective and think about ourselves, internally what's going on. So that may be something in our quiet time. We literally say, okay, I need to become more aware of how I make others feel. Because in the end of the day, you do have to communicate. Communication is key to any relationship, is key to success in anything. You have to be able to communicate unless you're like a geek like me sometimes and you get geekish and you get behind a computer and you really don't have to communicate with nobody. but even then, you can get too geekish and you don't want to communicate. I kind of just went off the rails right there, but I do.
But that's real. I mean, you got people out there who can identify with that.
Yeah.
Some people it's like you go to an introvert phase where you're just like, okay, I don't want to be around anybody, and I don't want to communicate because I just don't want to. Leave me alone. Give me a couple days. I'll be back.
And that's it. That's me.
Yeah,
definitely me.
I get like that. My weekends are like that. If I don't have to do anything, sorry, I just won't.
Yeah. So I just think that it's important on the other end, the person that you're saying you're doing the most to, put yourself in their shoes. Have some empathy, some sympathy. Just say it in the way or approach them in the way you would want to be approached. Right. Don't just feel like you should just say whatever you want to say, and because we are grown women, they should just get over it because you're grown, you should be able to take it.
No.
Well, I mean, it's how you said it, it's how you approach me, it may be the timing. The timing may not be right. I'm on my high, you pull me all the way down. Understand, you just pulled me down. Give me a moment to just, be like, dog, you just ruined my high.
Right.
Not literal high.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
high life,
Yeah, high life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I think in communication and communicating that is understanding it takes on both sides. You have to be aware on both sides. The person who's being approached need to understand that what you may look like in their eyes, but the person you approach, the person that's approaching need to understand what you look like in their eyes.
Right.
And the only way to do that is to what? Talk
Communicate.
about it.
Yep. Communication is two-way. Most people
two-way.
think it's just them talking. I'm telling you. Well, you gotta give the person who you're telling time to receive it and make sure they're receiving it.
Yep.
Because there are some people shut down with certain levels, certain voice tones, and so it sounds
energy, hand movements, all of it.
And so if somebody, we talk with our hands, so I have big hands, so somebody may feel like, well, she coming at me. I'm not coming at you. I'm really passionate about what I'm saying.
Right.
You'll know if I'm coming at you. Like our sister Tiffany said, you'll know if I'm coming at you. Yeah. So, but I think, and it sounds complicated. It's, I'm the type where I like to break things down to a practical level.
Yeah.
So we never want things to feel more complicated. You to walk away from the show feeling like, sheesh, that's unobtainable. It is obtainable.
Yeah.
Just make it live for you.
Yeah.
Think about it. Meditate on it. Have conversations with your tribe.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, how do you deal with this?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's time to maybe change tribes. I think as blood sisters, we're lifetime tribers. Me, Tiffany, and Trinetta, we have another sister. We're lifetime tribers. But I think, outside of that, you have to look at, maybe they're not ready for your most, but don't just cut them off and think they're hating because they say that to you.
Right. That's
it's
good.
It's just it's levels to it. And like you were saying, grown women, we're not childish to just say, whatever.
Yeah.
We talk about stuff.
Yeah.
If it's important to you, you have that conversation on the phone, you pull them aside, you take them to lunch, whatever you have to do to get some understanding.
Yeah, I think that's the bottom line.
Yeah, and can I say one more thing? I don't. Sometimes we feel like understanding comes immediately. It may take 6 months later, maybe a year later for you to process
that's
things.
Good.
So, you never came to me. I'm still processing it. I'm literally am still with everything else going on. I'm still dealing with that. So I don't burn the bridge, or I don't come across a certain way. So give your girlfriends and your tribe time to have that conversation.
Yeah.
And if you ask them 2 or 3 times, and they still are not responding, just ask them, well, are you ready to have the conversation?
Yeah.
See what they say, and then that'll tell you where they are.
And the other person, be honest.
Be honest.
Say, I'm ready. If you're ready, you're ready. If you say you're ready, you have it. And if you're ready, because you said you're ready.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready, then just say, I'm not ready yet. I'm still processing it. You know, it hit me in a place. Whatever I just think if you just be open and honest and give people something to work with, we'll find that we won't be in so many conflicts.
Yeah,
I think
you won't be easily offended.
Yeah,
because you'll realize, well, that's her thoughts. These are mine. Let's have the conversation, or we'll have it when it's time to have it. But I just say keep doing you. We can talk about another show, finding out what that looks like. How do you so-called find yourself? I think it's hard to have that true conversation because it looks different for everybody. But there are things you can do to really get in tune to who you are.
Yeah.
Before you can really connect with people on that level, on that real grown woman level. And
I will say, I guess I'm a numbers person, right? I'm a probability person, statistics and things like that. And they can be wrong. You could be the 1%. Always a chance.
Yeah.
But if there's a motif or a common theme or something that's been said to you a lot, let that weigh a little bit more on your balance, on your scale. Let that, if somebody tells me this, like, especially if I'm in a season and I'm constantly being told, I've been told. I'm like, these kids go. And I've been thinking about it, like, really. I've been told that everybody know I'm a ride or die friend. I love you regardless. I don't judge you. I don't care. I love you.
Yeah.
But I've been told I'm a bad friend in some people's eyes because, like, I don't like talking on the phone. I was like the kind of high school friend, I see you in school and we talk.
Yeah, that's your moment.
You all out. When I get home, I don't want to talk to you on the phone. I talk to you today. I'll see you tomorrow. So it's like my personality. And then I went to college and I had friends say, dog, they call me Tree. That ain't Tree. It's like, you don't like the phone. And this is before cell phones. You don't answer your pager. You don't call people back. And I'm like, and I've been analyzing that. And now we're in this high-tech world with these mobile phones, and then we're just everywhere we go.
Everywhere.
And this is why on Facebook, I have a hard time with you, Facebook, because I'm not that type of person. I'm an in-person person.
Yeah.
Because I like to see your nuances. I like to see you move, and I listen by watching. You know what I'm saying? I hear your tone and you see facial expressions because your body doesn't lie. So I think that's my personality. So forgot what I was saying. But, on that note, you do have to, basically what I'm saying is,
you have to have those conversations.
Yeah, and be grown about it and recognize that when people are repeating things and saying this about you in your friendship, if you want to be a better person, a better friend, consider it. Really weigh it. Like, I really got to do better friends. I know. I know. My sisters know. It used to be days before I responded on the text message. I'm a little better now.
We were texting. Anybody heard from Trinetta?
She get missing. And I'm like, and I literally do. I literally put the phone down and get missing because I got too much work to do. Yeah. But it's not good when it comes to friendships and stuff. So from what I'm saying is, if I hear it enough, I gotta consider it. If I want to have friends, I gotta be friendly. Yeah. I gotta show up and show myself, show that I care. And by me not responding and picking up the phone and answering, calling people, they didn't think I care, and that's totally opposite. I love all of you guys that I didn't call back. I honestly still love you today, but I'm sorry. I just was doing things. You know what I'm saying? So my point is, people can approach you and telling you you're doing the most, and you have to take the time to just think about what they're saying. And if it's said a lot or a certain number of times, 8 out of 10 times, consider you might be doing a lot of the most, and then consider how you could tweak that. You don't have to change it, but tweak it.
I love it. I love it because at the end of the day, it's like the circle of life. Like we're all connected, so vibrations don't lie, rhythms don't lie,
Right.
Energy doesn't lie,
Right.
So you're right. I like that. If 10 out of like a sample, right?
Yeah.
If out of 10 people, 8 people are coming to you saying the same thing. They
Yeah.
have never met you or been around you the same amount of time.
Right.
And you're doing the exact sample.
Yep.
Then you're right. That means that that really is going on
There's
with me.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make you bad or wrong. It just means if you want to enter that space,
right,
you have to work on that thing.
Yep. Just make a decision.
Make a decision, yeah.
You
or you can choose to say, well, thank y'all for telling me. I'm going to do what I want to do.
Because this is because out of 8 of 10 times, this is the outcome, that this is what has happened. And I'm good with those statistics. I'm good with those people that walked away. And I'm good with the core 2 that stayed 8 out of 10 times, because that's who I really connect with.
Right.
And I guess I chased away the ones that weren't, they don't get me on that level. So, I mean, just consider it is what all I'm saying is look at the numbers, and if people are saying it, don't keep saying it's them. Consider that it could be you, analyze it, and then make a decision. I like me. This way, it keeps the drama away, that maybe what you say, it keeps my efficiency high.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It keeps my husband happy, and that's all that matters. I mean, I'm just saying, whatever it is.
Whatever it is that you're trying to achieve in that season, seasons can be for a year, 2, could be lifetime. Whatever that season is, whatever you're trying to achieve. And that, I think that goes back to get to know who you are. You know, I think that comes with age. But y'all younger generation, y'all are fierce. So y'all are all about self-love and self-care at a young age.
Yeah, y'all are.
We didn't really get to that until our like 30s.
Yeah.
Really the last 5 years, I would say. Like really understanding what that is.
Real.
And it's kind of a trend right now. So you want to be careful with trends.
True.
Understand what that's about. But y'all are
have the balance.
Yeah.
Because trends, if something's trending, there's something being left off as well. So figure out that balance in that. Self-care, but care for others too.
Because once that drops off, you're empty.
Yeah.
You're back down. It's kind of like the stock market. They're okay with having little dips. You want to continue to go up.
If it goes up fast, it comes down fast.
Coming down.
Yeah.
And so then you're left depleted. You're like, oh my God, I did all this for myself, but I blocked everybody out while I was doing self-care.
And now I'm alone.
Now you're alone. So balance to it all, you know. Yeah. That's what we talk about here.
Yeah, that's what we talk about. That's what we talk about, because that's what we live.
Yeah.
And try to implement. And coming together, talking about it helps even keep us focused and helps remind us, you know, what we need to do.
Yeah.
Again, we're not coming to you as the end all be all, to know it all. We live long enough to do that. Yeah. And even if we do, we're always going to learn something new, because seasons change, things change. But we just want to present topics and things that, you know, we think that should be discussed, or that we know are being discussed, or things that have happened in our lives. And we figured that, hey, if it's happening to us, there's a good chance it's happening to you too.
Nothing new is under the sun.
Nothing new. I mean, it's happened somewhere. Usually in waves, you know. Usually in, you know, there's a lot of people talking about this because it's a trend. You know, you're doing the most. You know, she's doing the most. You know, it's something that is popular. It's being said, and we're like, what does that really mean?
Yeah, like what does that mean? Because like we said in the beginning of the show, if you come to me and say you're doing the most, and like you were saying too much, you're gonna immediately think, well, dog, you know, like what does that mean? And so most people are gonna get offended, unless you're like, girl, you're doing the most. Unless you come with that energy, I feel like anything else is gonna be immediately like, okay,
it's
you're
like a shutdown.
You can get out of my circle. I don't need you.
And I think again, in the context of our background, our culture, first of all, as a people, we do a lot. We, you know, and then, you know, we were like, because we were trying to figure out who we are. We're like, we Jamaicans, because we work like a Jamaican. The way we grind, and the way we do a lot.
All my life.
You know,
grinding all my life.
For real. I knew it was gonna come. But you know, that was just a moment. Sorry. Okay. But I'm trying to stay focused. She knows how I get off focus.
Sorry. What you were saying is we grind and we hustle.
Yeah. And for me, like, again, being, you know, when in high school, right? I was playing sports. I acted, doing some drama, in the choir. You know, I didn't say I got out of the choir, but I was in the choir for a long time.
You were writing. Let me tell you, she was. And to some people, I remember as a little girl, they weren't saying she's doing the most. But I remember but I remember conversations of people saying, "Why is she doing all that?
Yep.
What? Why y'all got her in all of that?
Yep.
You know, why is she in the EPA
EPA
program, environmental
in 8th
protection?
grade.
Yeah, in 8th grade, in the EPA program, dope program. Why? You know, she's playing 3 sports, all conference in all 3. Like, I mean, why? And I remember my mom and dad saying, because that's what she wanted to do. You were in pageants. That's just something.
Singing,
yeah,
dancing.
jack of all trades, into fashion and modeling. And I don't think that should be questioned, especially as a child, because children are learning,
trying to find
out where they are and what they're good at, what they want to do. So, you know, I don't think people should be shutting that down in any way.
And that's the context and the lens that I was saying in the beginning that I heard this in. I kept saying we're going to be talking about you doing too much. We're talking about, girl, you doing the most. But that's what I heard, because at one point, that's what I experienced outside of the family. That's what I experienced. I heard people saying in other ways. And our parents tried to keep us out of adult conversation. Like, they would send us off to play and stuff. But that stuff manifests in their children. So they would say these things around their kids and things like that. And it would just manifest. And then I would overhear it. And it was like, well, why can't I? If I got 10 talents, why can't I use? I don't believe God gave me 10 talents for no reason. What am I supposed to do? Wait for the next lifetime? Possibly, maybe. I don't know.
The Bible says, plant your seed in the morning and don't let your hands be idle in the evening, because you don't know which one's going to come up.
You don't know.
That shows you right there that really, hey, that right there can be focused on me like, am I doing too much? But, you know, it's like, don't plant your job, your 9 to 5 could be in the morning what you're planning. In the evening, don't let your hands be idle.
Yep.
That could be that side hustle. You don't know which is going to come up.
And Solomon said the same thing. He said he said 7 or 8. Because he said you don't know what calamity may come.
Right.
You don't know which something may come, and it may wipe out most of your crop. But if you have all your eggs in one basket, you drop that basket, chances are you're gonna crack most of those eggs, right? And you don't have another basket because you put all your eggs in that basket. So diversification is the name of the game. And yes, now I'm not saying that you don't try to master something. Master it, and then once you master it, you can move on. But I definitely think you should master something. Let that thing bring in, if it's money, cash flow, or whatever it is, let it, and then move on to something else. Have something else. You know, don't overdo it where you know, don't try to stretch yourself too thin. And there's a lot to that. But my thing is, I think life will teach a person that. Experience will teach a person that. I mean, I just feel like, and if there's no risk, there's no reward. So again, when I hear that, I hear it through a certain lens. I heard through people who are fearful sometimes, insecure, like she said. They're scared to take those risks, and
they see you doing them, and they're like, "Wait, why are you doing all that?" It could make
no, you're good.
It could make them anxious, or it could be a reflection of their life, saying, "Wait, we had the same gift, and now you're right." And then that's that competition spirit.
Again, it's so much to that. And then the bottom line, if I hear someone say that about someone else, my thing is like, well, why do you care?
Yeah, why do you care?
What do you mean they're doing the most? Now, okay, and then maybe I've heard it said, and I got it in a sense where it was someone that somebody loved, right? And they were doing something on social media where they were literally just doing the most. They were doing too much. I can't give it away.
Can't give it away. Okay. Because when people see that, you know, it's like, well, on social media they were doing too much, and so there was sexual
innuendos, or you know, they were presenting themselves in a way that was contrary to who they should be.
And who's determined who they should be? I'm just asking.
So the standards of life, in the sense where they may be married.
Okay.
And they say they're loving and happily married, and they want the world to see them that way. Yet they're doing things that they may not be aware of that is contradictory to what the image that they know. I know there's a certain image that you present. Yeah. And I know there's a certain that you're true to who you are. Yes. And if something comes across, you would want me to say, Tisha.
Yeah, girl.
When you said that, did you know it sounded like? And you be like, what? I didn't mean to sound like that. You know, I didn't mean for it to look like that. You know, and if I post something out there and Tisha was like, Shnetta, Tisha like, Shnetta, wait a minute, Shnetta, you know that you put that picture on this. I'm like, oh my God, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by, I get when it was said in that context. And I think that, we told that person, call that person, tell them, well, when I see you doing that, it make you look like you this, or is that what you want to look like?
Right. And if so, that's you, but I just knowing you intimately, I know that's probably not something you would want to portray.
Exactly.
But that's those real conversations, and that's the, that comes from everybody who's saying you're doing the most is not hating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because it could be from love. Maybe that's what we're missing.
Yeah.
Instead of coming from a place of hate, girl, you're doing the most. Could be literally, I'm loving what you're doing the most. Or it could be like, yo, you're doing the most. Like, yo, calm down a little bit. But it's coming from a place of love. And I think that can come from people. I only think that, and I could be wrong, can come from people who know you intimately. Whether it's family who's known your whole life. Yeah. Or, like, I have a girlfriend I've known since 2006. So she's been like 13 years. Family. She can call me. I have somebody who I recently got close to in the past couple of years, but she's really close. She can call me on it. I think only certain people can approach me like that, and I take it in that way. Yep. If you come to me in love and saying I'm doing the most, I'm going to have a lot of questions for you. What you mean?
Be ready for the questions.
Like, da-da-da-da-da-da, to make sure your motives are not trying to shut me down or squash me, or you have ulterior motives.
And if I ever peep that, if I peep it, if I see that's your personality, you're gonna see me pull away. Yeah. Because I just don't deal well with people that shut people down. Yeah. I don't deal well with that. If you're always judging, you're judgmental, you're always always constructively criticizing people or me or whatever. I'm gonna have to butterfly. I'm gonna have to fly away. I'm gonna have to go because that's not your role in my life. Unless I come to you and I know you're my mentor and I say, look, mentor me. Right. Cut me up because I know I need to be cut up. But that means I came to you and I presented it myself. You present yourself in a way where I know I need what you have, that tough, rough love. But other than that, if you are coming and I have to question that whether or not you are judging me and being judgmental, and I have to do it too many times, then I don't really want you in my life because you're not supposed to be judgmental with it. You're supposed to come in love in a protective mechanism situation for me. That's what I want. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but in my circle, I want you to come in a protective, loving way, saying, Tree, you can be really focused on stuff, and I need you to consider. Because that's me. But you know me, and I done told you that now, so those that now you know me. I still know whether you know me or not. You can't just come up and say that.
We still know.
We know, but you know what I'm saying.
That's discernment. I mean, that's discernment. That's knowing we have it strong in our family, but that's, and again, that's knowing who you are, what you like, and then you'll know why people are coming to you. Yeah. So, as women, we're not supposed to be silly women or busy women. Let me discuss that real quick. We're like, Tiffany. Also, Tiffany, who couldn't be with us today, said that you all are commenting. So I'm so sorry if we're not seeing your comments on YouTube. But we will comment on those, or she may be commenting on our behalf. So
Tiff, if you can, log in and comment on our behalf. Yes. Because we know you got stuff to say.
Yes, we do. We do. But one of the things that, we look at the Proverbs 31 woman. I hear a lot of people saying she was a businesswoman, she was an entrepreneur. She seemed busy, but really she was structured. She got up early. She structured her day. She made sure when she went out into the city, she was well respected, and she was able to sit with city councilmen on behalf of her husband and whatever, and stayed up late. And when bad weather, her handmaids had what they need. So it sounds like she was busy and she was doing the most. But that was a bad woman.
She was a bad woman.
And I really don't think
she is a bad woman.
She is a bad woman. She still exists.
Yeah.
Through many of us. And so I don't know that she was necessarily, some people would say, God, I guess what I'm trying to say, a lot of us strive to be that Proverbs 31 woman. But in being that, don't get so busy being busy and doing the most that you're not really studying her life and what she was all about. Because she had her hands in a lot of things, but she was structured with it. And how you know she was successful, or what she was how you know is that she was successful. So I'm trying to say she was progressive. She was getting somewhere. So if you're doing a lot of things and you're not getting anywhere, then that you're doing the most. And there are times I'm doing the most. Okay, I had to pull back. Same here. And I tell people, and don't get so mad at me when I say
I gotta take some stuff off my plate.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, heads up, when she was on Facebook. But if you get mad at me when I say, okay, I can't take on that right now, I gotta take some stuff on my plate, I'm gonna see you as a selfish person. Because if anybody that knows me, no, I give you everything I got. I'll give you the shirt off my back. I give so much of myself that it takes away from my family, my husband, you know, and some of my goals and dreams. And they know that.
Yes.
So they're always
Sometimes
on
I'm
me.
like, no is a complete sentence.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
there's seasons of no.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I thank God for the people around me because they help me say no when I say no, when I need to say no, because I had a hard time saying no. That was one of my downfalls. So I had to recognize that I was doing the most because I was so busy taking care of other people's business that my business wasn't being taken care of. That Proverbs 31 woman, she's handling her business.
Her business.
To the point where her husband is getting favor in the court. You know what I'm saying? So she actually helping him handle his business. You know what I'm saying? So if you are a woman and you are committed to a family, a spouse, you know, that type of thing, that is your first business. That's your first thing. And if other things that you are doing, this is when you are doing the most, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to go give you maybe a template outline. But if what you're doing is causing detriment to the most important people in your life, you are doing the most. Because in the end of the day, it's about your relationships. And it's about when you are down, who's going to have your back? When you are in need, who's going to take care of you? You reap exactly what you sow, whatsoever you sow. So that's when you're doing the most, when you're neglecting the things that are the most important to you. And if you don't know what that is, then you need to sit down and write that down. I tell like the people that I coach to keep journals, you know, to track that, to, you know, be inflective. And also, you know, when you're feeling something, like for me, like if I know, if every time a certain person walk in the room and it tenses me up, if I get tense, if my body responds to that, then I know that if I journal and I track it up, I know that that person is a stressor, is a trigger, right? By journaling, you can kind of learn more about you when you pull back, and you know, you can kind of see a bigger picture and when you may be doing the most, you know, because like I said, if doing the most is affecting the thing that matters the most in a negative way, then yeah, you need to pull back and figure out how you do the most.
Right.
Because you don't want to be doing the most on the job and get fired.
Right.
Either. Like you don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to be like, wait a minute, make sure that it doesn't affect what is my goal? What is my purpose? What am I trying to achieve?
Yes.
And if, like you said, I'm all over the place, then yeah, I'm doing the most when I'm not getting anywhere. Stop. Just stop. It's okay. The world's gonna go on when you stop. It's gonna keep living.
Yes.
My husband's like, baby, see, you've been down for 2 weeks and the world is still going on. So it's going to go, if you had left this world, it still was going to go on.
Yeah.
So you got to consider that.
Yeah.
When you're doing the most and it's causing damage,
you're doing the most. Can I throw one more thing in?
Sure.
So what if you make a list and you see these things and these people are important to me, and so I tailor my life to stop doing the most, to make sure I don't hinder those relationships. What if
I said damage.
Damage, right.
That's good.
Okay. So what if you notice that, what if you got people that are important to you that are selfish?
Oh, no.
Meaning, like, you did hit on that just a few seconds ago. So they want all of you, right?
Right.
And so you're stopping because that relationship matters to you. But they're also, you know what I'm saying? So it's almost like this matters. Let me stop what I have going on to focus on this, but that person could be just as detrimental.
Well, you know what? You pause. Because if you know they're selfish, then don't stop.
Right.
You might do a little pause because you know what you're dealing with.
Right.
And communicate. That's why I said, don't get mad at me if I say no. Because now I'm going to communicate with you and let you know, okay, let's pause. I don't want to damage this relationship. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. I want. Well, you keep saying, It's not about you. It's not about you, what you want. We can figure something out and we can come in the middle. So let's actually have that conversation about what can we do to, you know, mitigate the damage, to prevent damage, or to repair damage in this relationship. But because we have a big family, for instance, It's a lot. We love each other. We are close. We might not see each other all the time, but we love each other. We're really close.
Yeah.
We don't ever want to do anything to damage our relationship with our family members, but we also are grown and got our own lives, and sometimes they're going in totally different directions. And there may be emotional moments where we want more of that person. But if you try to split yourself 7 ways,
right,
8 ways, 7 ways, well, keeping some of you 8 ways.
Right.
To give yourself to everybody, it's too much. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody in the way that they want it.
I think
it's a consideration of when you, and this is something I can authentically live in. And it used to make me so emotional to say this. So thank God, it made me emotional. I don't know. But it's something I can hold on to with all my heart. As I've always said, I've done my best. So I know at the end of the day, when I see somebody, like you said in high school, you give them what you get of me, you're getting me. So if I can't give you the phone call you want on the back end, you've gotten me. And I don't give myself to everybody. I gave somebody a hug the other day and I pulled her in. She was like, "You give free hugs?" I was like, "Yeah, because I don't hug everybody."
Right.
I mean, I just give you a hug. I'm gonna embrace you.
Right.
Because I don't hug everybody.
Right.
I don't like everybody in my space. So I said that to say that's something that I had to grow into. When I give you me time, because I can't get time back. You can get money back. You can always work. You cannot get time back. So if I'm giving you 30 minutes, an hour, whatever, a month, whatever my time, that is me. I just ask people to take that.
Appreciate that I've given you my undivided attention for whatever time that I've given it to you.
Right. Appreciate
that. If you want more time, maybe give me more of you.
Right. And then that can be something that can be, and I hate to sound such like a planner, but that could be something that could be, okay, well, you communicate that to me. Let me put that in.
On my calendar.
Right. Make it, because
we're very busy.
Yeah. Time is precious.
Time is precious. It's not like it used to be. You got to keep moving because it seems like it's speeding up. I've heard every generation say it.
I swear it's getting faster.
But it's getting faster because
this week was 2 days and it was 7. I told my husband, I said it was just Monday. Why is it Friday?
Exactly. I don't even know where the week went. I don't even know. I mean, really, well, except the kids, they'll remind me of stuff because they count down for stuff. But it's speeding up, and if you don't keep up with it, you'll get left behind. So we got planners, we got phones, we got virtual assistants, we got whatever it is to help us. We got Siri, Alexa and Cortana to help us stay on track. I should know better than that, right? But I think, if I say, well, let me put you on my calendar, because I literally will say that, let me look at my calendar. I'm telling you, I'm taking out time for you. I'm actually saying, let me find out, because I want to give you that attention. Appreciate that, because I could have said I ain't got time. I don't have time, but I know there's 24 hours in a day. I can make time for you because you're important. But let me put it on my calendar, and let's synchronize our calendar and let's make it happen, and let's make it the best memorable time that we can. Because now everything wants my attention. And you're in a season where at this age that we're in, we gotta work now while the day is up. Because there's going to be a time when we're not going to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about just physically, just working, but we're talking about just getting, like the squirrel, just collecting all the acorns that we can. Because winter's coming. It always comes.
We're in our prime. And when you're in your prime, like you said, that's the time to do it, to make the connections, to go. And so if all of us are so-called in our prime, those who are in our circle and around our age, I think everybody that you're in your prime, you're in your prime. We don't see each other. When we see each other, though, it's mad love. When we see each other, those moments of embrace is what you remember. I heard somebody say, I think it was Tyler Perry, somebody said, or no, I was reading a post or something. I remember. I don't. Somebody said, we don't remember our life, we remember moments in our life. So at the end of your life, you don't remember your whole life. You remember certain moments in your life. And so I've always been big on making those. When you all come over, I try to set the tone. I try to make things with a certain fingerprint, so when you leave my presence, you know you've been with me. I want you to take that with your heart space and know Tisha did this for me. And so that's why I say I can hold on to that authentically and know when I give you something, or when you meet me, or when we're interacting, if I don't want to talk to you, you're gonna know. And just give me that space. So
you're gonna know. If we don't want to talk to you, you will know.
Yeah.
And
but we're not mean people, so
No.
we'll give you we'll give that to you, but. I just say when people give you what they can, just meet them where they are, appreciate it, take it. You'll be happier. You'll be more content with. That was satisfying.
Yeah.
That conversation was satisfying. That smile was satisfying.
Yeah.
It helps us not want more than what a person can give us.
That is so good. But that's just. But it has to do with a personality type too, because that person will be hard to satisfy in a lot of areas. It won't just. It will be. They don't know how to indulge in the moment and enjoy the moment. So they will always be looking for something else to satisfy them. And usually they're not satisfied with themselves.
Right.
Because, see, I don't need a lot.
Season of that.
You did do a season of that. Well, go ahead, talk about it.
No, go ahead. You said you lie.
When she said it this week, I was like, oh, yeah.
This moment.
But that was that sister thing going on. Because she said, I went through season, and I'm looking like, you did. That's really what was going on in me. Like, you did? What happened? But I forgot, Yeah, we talk about off camera. But yeah, so I just feel like it's when you're not happy with being alone, yourself and in your own moments, like enjoying your own moments with yourself, you don't enjoy other people like that. To me, that's just kind of what I think. If you always need somebody else to fill that space and time for you, you're not really good in who you are in yourself. Now I will say there was a time, I think about grandma. There is a time and a place where it's okay, it's good sometimes just to be spontaneous and feel I don't know, grandma had a way to pull on us. I think people pull on you. There's a pulling, there's a vibration, there's something that when you connect with people in life, they're in your mind, they're in your dreams, they're in your whatever, your psyche, whatever, and they pull on you, I don't need to pencil you in on that. I need to just pick up the phone and call you and see are you okay. Again, I'm going to work on that. But I mean, I'll send a text and let's go eat, let's do lunch, let's do something. But I still got to schedule that part. But I mean, I'm just saying there are times when the older generation they don't move at that pace. So we do, as a younger generation, younger than the older generation, have to remember that they don't move at the pace that we move. Right. So we do have to somehow try to meet them where they're at. Because grandma used to say all the time, we talked about it. Nobody comes to see me. Nobody comes. And like grandma, everybody's in that prime where they're going to college and they're just starting families. We were just starting families when she was saying that. And but I heard her say that. So in my mind, I just said I got to make time. I got to make time for my grandma. And I do. I have those moments.
You have those moments.
I have
that nobody else has.
Yeah, because I made that time because I heard her heart. Because she's not. Nobody's gonna be here forever. So. On being devil's advocate on the other side, I'm sure my kids are going to get so busy and they're not going to have time for me. And so now I try to make, spend as much time as I can with them. I'm at home a lot with them. I do. They do. Ooh. But I think there are phases. And I think, too, you got to look back and say, where were you in that phase? Also, there are phases, too. You can be in a phase where you grind. You ain't got time to slow down. You know what I'm saying? So you understand, what would you want? What would you want somebody to do to you? What if the same way you want this person's attention, what if that somebody did you like that? How would you want them to approach you in your busy life? You want them to consider that you need to schedule it. You want them to consider that, and when you give them your time, you give them all that you can, that you want them to appreciate that.
Take it in.
And just enjoy it. Yeah.
Embrace it and
get the memories.
Yeah, this person is giving me, look at somebody you really admire.
Yeah.
What if, I don't know, Oprah, I don't know what I was called, but what if she literally just called you one day, as busy as she is and everything she has going on, you're taking time for me.
Yeah.
And I'm not to hold people at a high regard, but that person's that important for you, and you want that piece of them when they do give it. I just embrace it. And I told you I went through a season, and my husband, is a very content person, very content. And I was like, why? I told you I was asking why am I grinding? I'm like talking to myself. I was at one point in a season of, and every once in a while my mind will try to go back there. Well, maybe this and maybe that, and I'm looking for something, and that's a little bit more of this, or maybe a little more. He's like, Tisha, chill out. You have everything you need. What are you looking for? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like taking this moment.
Yeah.
Even being on the beach, I'm like, okay, I got to do this. stop, take in this moment.
So hard.
You have me and you. We don't have kids right now. We're young.
Yes.
Like, take in, you know, things like take this in.
Take it in.
And I sometimes have to remind her every once in a while. So I think we do get caught up in me, I. What I need from these people, but just take in the moment. Just be in the moment. You know.
Because honestly, the next moment is not promised.
Yeah.
If we can remember that, and you know, that may be something that we put on the wall. Just take in the moments, because you've had near-death experiences. I've had near-death experiences, you know. And when you go back to that and you think about how you came out of that,
right?
You so appreciated life and every little thing so much better. And sometimes we get sped up and we forget. We forget, and I get mad at myself. I'm like, Trinetta, you weren't supposed to forget.
Right.
You know, you're supposed to remember. Take in every moment, because tomorrow's not promised. You're not even supposed to be planning for tomorrow. Yeah. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
But you know, we plan. We got to, or it'd be chaotic. You know,
especially in America.
Oh my God! So you know, we plan, but we are flexible enough to know something may happen. It's okay. Right. But if we can stick to our plan, we can reach our goals. Right.
Yeah.
But taking the moments along the way, enjoy people along the way. Compliment your girls, compliment your boys, compliment your kids, compliment your parents, compliment your children.
Yes.
Along the way, because those are the things that people are going to remember.
Right.
Those are the moments. They're going to remember the good and the bad things that came out your mouth, how you said it, you know, the outcome of everything. Those moments matter. So, girl, you're doing the most. Keep doing your thing.
Doing your thing. And don't let nobody stop you. And the cipher is to hate or love, and then have those hard conversations.
Yep.
At the end of the day.
End of the day.
All right.
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, thank you all for tuning in to today's show. Tune in to next Saturday's show on Skyhawk Radio and Spreaker. Again, many thanks to our sponsor today, Temple Vitality Foundation. To find out more, visit templevitality.org.
And you can listen to future shows Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Spreaker and Skyhawk every other Saturday. And you can listen to YouTube here every Saturday. So let me get it over. You can watch us here on YouTube every other Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on the other Saturdays, you can catch us on Spreaker and Skyhawk Radio at 11 a.m. And you can contact us by going to our website, tribetalkradioshow.com, and click on the contact button. You can fill out a form. We have some other forms up there if you want to be on the show, or if you want to be a sponsor or advertise. Make sure you go to the contact button, or you can send us an email at contact at radio. Oh, I can't talk. Contact
live. This is live.
Hey, it's what it is. Contact at tribetalkradioshow.com.
Yes. So one of the things before we end. Sponsorship. So we are always, as Trinetta said, you can go to our website and go to the menu, and you can see the form. Is it under contact us?
Yeah, it is under contact.
So we are looking for sponsors. Today our sponsor was was Temple Vitality Foundation. And so as sponsorship package or sponsors, you will be on our flyer for that week. So if you go back to our Facebook page, Tribe Talk Radio Show, you'll see this week's show sponsored by Temple Vitality Foundation. So your logo will appear on our marketing materials. We have two or three packages. You'll also get banners on Skyhawk Radio. We'll shout you out during the show. So we are always open to sponsorship. This is a media platform. We talk about hot topics. We talk about things that are important to us. If you enjoy this show, share it. Subscribe below, so you can get alerted when we are here. We cover events. We have a couple of events this year we're covering, so we're open to that. But we are looking for sponsors, so we would be happy to have you a part of our show.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
So no matter your perspective, we've got you. No matter your background, we've got you unapologetically holding you down. Tribe Talk Radio Show.
We got you. Bye. Y'all have a good weekend.